Welcome to DWI Steelers Show, where we are your hosts. That's Duve, that's Wax, I'm Illy, and we are DWI. Fellas, we got a lot to get into, but before we do that, we're going to need you to do three things.
What's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe. And Duve, I think you got something to add on to that?
Get in that comment section.
Definitely get into that comment section and let us know how you feel about last week's game and coming up this week when we play against the
Packers.
Last week's game and this week when we go against the Packers. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Fellas, a loss is never good to, have to deal with, but you got to be grown up, put your adult pants on, and take it like you would have won. My dad would always tell me, take my no's as you do my yeses. And I never understood that until I got older. So I'm able to take a loss a little bit better. But when I know we could have won the game, fellas, that's the hard part.
Right.
Let me ask you this, dude. How'd you feel going into that fourth quarter?
I felt all right, but I mean, the defense itself, I just knew that they weren't going to make a stop.
Right.
So kind of whenever Pat Freiermuth scored, I just knew something. I'm like, that's too much time.
Right.
The defense looked absolutely terrible.
Right.
The whole game.
I would agree with that, man. I felt like they played horrendous the last couple of games, man. We praise the defense because they are the heart and the core of the team. But at the same time, where you get the praise at, you pretty much get the blame.
Right.
Wax, let me ask you this. Do you feel like being that, Coach Tomlin was in the press talking about why would you give your adversary a weapon to defeat you with?
Right.
Do you feel like that was a good move on behalf of Cleveland, giving Cincinnati Joe Flacco to where he was then able to come in and pick our defense apart?
For them, I think they did it in spite of us. That's what it feels like. I don't understand. Like, Joe Flacco has been in the AFC North for how long now?
Right.
His damn near his whole career.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why you would do that. Like, and I think Tomlin hit it right on the nose whenever he made his statements about the whole situation.
Right. I feel like that was an asinine move on behalf of Cleveland's part, even though they felt like he was an indispensable item at that point because he had to be. He was the one on the chopping block. But not realizing that when you go against teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, our home team, you go against the Baltimore Ravens, you go against teams you play twice in a year, he knows how to play them guys,
right?
Because he was a part of the program that played against them, and in the Baltimore program. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're cool. I said, and he's a competent quarterback. You know what I mean? And then you put him with two of the best receivers in the league, he's gonna look okay. Like I thought Tomlin hit it on the head. I think it was out of spite. I think it was stupid. It was just like, why would you help somebody that you got to play twice? Like that. Right. That's crazy to me. Just to get at us because they knew we was going to play them in a little bit. But now you got to play them too.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, and then now you're helping them. So if Joe Burrow gets back in December, they might, they might go on a little run here.
Here's what.
My bad. I was going to say, and the fact that you already have a quarterback controversy in Cleveland.
Right.
Because, like, your starting quarterback is trash, Nuggets. And then you have Dion's son sitting on the bench looking like he don't want to be there.
Right.
So, like, he was the only quarterback that, now, mind you, he did lose a couple games there, but, like, get a man some time. You know what I mean? Then ship him off to, like, Green Bay or something.
Yeah.
Like, but not in the same division you play twice a year.
I don't mind them trading him, but like don't trade him to Cincinnati.
Right.
That's crazy.
This is how I felt. You guys ever heard of the enemy of my how's it go? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
So in this situation, the enemy of my enemy is my friend until he's my enemy again.
Right.
Because they're gonna have to play each other soon.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. I think that they already marked 2 L's on the calendar for those games.
So you'll blow your nose off to spite your face?
Bingo.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I think Cleveland is just trying to lose at this point, so they really don't care. But to do that in your own division is unheard of.
Right.
But
I don't feel like that was a power move in any type of way,
No.
just for the simple fact that you got the rest of the season.
Right. A competent organization is never going to make that move. But
Right.
we're talking about the Browns here, who are just known for being stupid.
You're 6 games into the season. Like, you still got all kind of trading deadlines that you can meet like 3 weeks from now. So you hold on to all your pieces until you assess what you got. And you get the best quarterback, and then the other ones may or may not be on a chopping block.
And let's think of it from this aspect. Look at their quarterback situation for the last 20 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just make mistake after mistake after mistake.
Right.
Didn't they have Baker Mayfield there at one point?
And he's an MVP candidate this year.
Exactly. So they're bound to make dumb mistakes, whether it's like on purpose or not. Like they're just dumb.
Do you feel like you're a good quarterback until you go to Cleveland?
I mean, that could be the case. That could be the case.
Right.
Because, like, look at all their quarterbacks now. Like, or that have played there.
Right.
Who was the last great quarterback that they had that you can remember?
Probably Bernie Kosar. And
I
that
was
was
gonna
in the
say
80s.
Testaverde.
Yeah, that was the 80s. And Testaverde wasn't good there. He was good when he got to the Jets. So it's like,
I mean, he was good at some point
He was
in time.
all right.
So I
Before he
gave
got there and
Yeah.
after he left.
Right.
Kozar, it was who I was thinking about. Him and Kevin Mack. I remember that.
And that was way back. When that was before they
85.
left. Yeah, that was before they left and went to Baltimore. So it's like,
Exactly. Like, so they don't make competent decisions.
Right. I agree with that. And I feel like, we're on that train right behind them in some scenarios. But not because of who you guys are getting ready to
I
blame.
was just about to say, who would you blame that on, though?
I'm not even getting into it. As a matter of fact, Wax, I ain't saying diddly squat until they do 3 things.
And what's
That's
that?
like, share, and subscribe. And Dude, I think you got something to add on to it.
get in that comment section.
Let us know who you think's fault it is. But back to that. I feel like position-wise, it still goes against the position. Just for the simple fact that look at the offense. I don't want to hurry up and rush and get there, but I do want to give flowers where they're due.
Right. Broderick,
if you're listening, you're doing a fantastic job. That's what first rounders are made of. That's what they do.
Did you see him tackle Aaron Rodgers? You can't do that, bro.
I know he almost hurt Aaron.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro. That was a bad move.
But you got to remember, he's still young and he's excited. So
yeah,
and celebrating with his quarterback.
And like you said, the offensive line played a pretty decent game, actually a good game. But Cincinnati's defense is one of the worst in the league. Their pass rush is terrible, especially when their top guys out. So I'll give it that caveat, but they did play good.
I'm saying 2 weeks in a row because he was able to handle Myles Garrett too.
Yeah, that's true.
So he definitely stepped it up since these last couple of weeks. So if you're listening, young man, you're doing your thing. That's what you're expected to do. You're a part of the greatest program in the NFL. So with that being said, man, continue to do well.
And I'm not going to take credit away from him, but they also called a lot of plays where Aaron Rodgers had to get the ball out fast.
Right.
So that helped, along with Broderick actually holding his block for a couple seconds.
Well, that and,
you know what I mean?
And they had Washington over there helping him, and they would put in Anderson out there too in the big package. So they definitely have to help him a little bit, but like I've seen progression. That's all I can ask for. Just get better every week.
Yeah.
A lot of the reason why I'm not disappointed is because offense is set up to do what they did, and they were able to score a lot. You dig what I'm saying? Right. With the situation that we're in. We don't have any more, look at the situation we're in with Calvin Austin.
Right.
The third. You got to add that third on there. But he's still out. They got to reconfigure that whole offense in order to move forward.
Right.
So, with that being said, he's a big piece of that offense and the success of the offense. Not only that, now you got 3 tight ends that you got to put into a package, and you make that look good, and you're able to score 30 plus points with that.
I have no issue with the offense at all. They really are the only ones that came to play.
Right.
Because the defense, man, I got to go back to that, man. The defense, this game is squarely on their shoulders. This season, honestly, is squarely on their shoulders at this point because we all know, we can just see out of the first few games, the offense is a more competent offense than we've seen in years.
Right.
So now we just need the defense for a change to do what they're supposed to do. They've been holding it down for years. Now it's y'all turn to hold it down again.
Right. don't give up now.
Right.
Like now we need you the most.
Right.
And you're not coming through. Like we got the highest paid defense in the league, but it don't look like that.
It don't, especially when you got Joey Flacco out there passing for 347.
That's crazy.
Throwing dump downs and shit and stuff. Like, come on, man.
He set a team record, Wax.
Listen,
That's
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was about to say, this man predicted that 2 days before the game. He said he made a career off of dump down, throwing it down to like Ray Rice and them. You know what I mean? And he did the same exact thing against us. So how is it that a regular fan can see that before he does it and we don't prepare for that?
Yeah, he either dumps down or chucks it up and prays for a PI, and we gave him everything he wanted.
Well, you got to remember, he's pretty much studied our playbook the whole time he's been in the NFL.
He got our number at this point.
So he knows our base defense. He knows it. So anytime I'm going in there, I don't care what, anytime I go into a job, I don't care where I'm at, I'm able to move and groove because I know what I'm doing. So it don't matter if I'm on the East Coast, on the West Coast, down south, or, in the North. It doesn't matter. I'm, well qualified to do my job. So it's another day at the office when he's playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's able to, as you would say, hit those little dink and dunk passes. But 16, cuz?
Yeah, that's crazy.
16 passes that he was able to get away with.
And then the most egregious one was the one that we needed the most. And I seen a picture. I would pull it up, but I don't really know where to find it. But like, there's a picture. Jamar Chase is by himself. It's like third and like, I forget what it was, but it was like third. We need to make the stop to win the game, and he's wide open by himself. Nobody 15 yards away from him.
Right.
How does a dude that just caught 15 passes for however many yards he had, how is he wide open for the 16th that's basically sealed the game off? Like, that defense, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the scheme, if it's the players are just too old. Like, it's Ramsey, because Ramsey was getting cooked.
Yeah, he was.
He was getting cooked. Joey Porter Jr. is not progressing. I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of this dude.
Well, he just came back off an injury, dude.
Man, that don't mean his legs was injured. His hands wasn't. He need to stop grabbing people.
As you can tell, because what did y'all call him in our text?
That's Handsy Joey.
Yeah, like he's going to, instead of JR, he's going to be Handsy Joey until he proves different, man.
That's a fact. That's Handsy Joe now. I'm not impressed. Like, it's your third year. By your third year, all of that little rookie stuff and all of that, you got to let that go.
Right.
You got to keep getting better, and I don't see him getting better. And then sometimes he makes a good play, but then he celebrates like he won the Super Bowl, and then the very next play he does something stupid.
It's cooked.
I feel like, just what you said, when you're in the league 3 years, all those rookie mistakes you got to let go. But I feel like a lot of those DBs, they insist that the referee's not going to call that. But, a little ticky-tack grab here and there, they're not going to call that because at that point they got to call it on everybody.
Right.
They call it how they see it, or whatever Vegas tells them to do.
Damn, you know.
I heard a couple stats of the leading referee that they might want to look into. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly all the stats right now, but it was like he helps a lot of losing teams out. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna put that out there. Y'all do the research, but it seemed like a little bit of a setup, kind of.
Yeah, there was a couple ticky-tack ones, but, when you got that reputation of grabbing and tugging, the
refs are justified by calling.
Kind of, if you just keep doing it. So, like, Joey got to get better, man. You gotta stop. You got to use your feet, like Wax said. Use your feet. Use your feet and your body. Don't use your hands, man. Just keep your hands to yourself. That's the best, cornerbacks is they don't have to grab. They're just where they're supposed to be.
And their awareness is key. It's very, very high awareness.
And there's like little things you can do, like a little grab, but don't grab and tug the jersey. Like if you see him going, like let him go. I guess I don't know, but
also look for the ball, man. Like I hate seeing defenders running side by side, not looking for the ball because like if you look and then make a play on it, they might not call the penalty that you know they're about to call.
They're not, because at that point you're making a football move, so they're not going to call it. I can pretty much say they're not going to call it 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. So at that point, that's good coverage.
Look for the rock, man.
And then on top of that, we got to talk about the run defense. They stunk it up too. Chase Brown had 11 carries for 108 yards. That's 9.8 a clip. And this dude, I think he's the highest he's had is 30 yards rushing all season in a game, and we let him break off 108. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? What are they spending this money on if they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, get out there and play dominant like they're supposed to?
Right.
Like, why are you spending all this money? Like, I think the philosophy needs to change with the way the money's allocated with the team.
Right.
It's like, at this point, it's time to spend some money on the offense because we need a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That tight end stuff is cool, but I don't know if it's long lasting.
It's not, because you can't go a full season without that deep threat.
Right.
Without somebody that's going to be able to make your defenders have to play defense.
Right. And DK Metcalf's getting double teamed. It's like, he's going to end up getting frustrated, and he's a crash out waiting to happen too if he ain't getting the pill. So, you got to get somebody out there to take some away from him.
Right. I was going to say, your number 2 receiver is just as important as your number 1. But we don't even know who our number 2 is just as yet, or our number 3.
Right.
Because, nobody's producing like we need them to produce.
I wouldn't say that. It's just a simple fact on who they got in there. They're not able to make they're not able to maximize their potential because, let's be honest, it's a lot of tight ends playing a lot of different positions.
Yeah.
So, your 1, 2, and 3 is Mount Washington, Jonnu Smith, and Freiermuth.
Basically.
After Metcalf. So, you got Metcalf at the 1, 2 Freiermuth, 3 Washington or Jonnu, and 4, like I said, the other one.
And then every once in a while they'll sprinkle. I seen not Russell, what's his name? Roman Wilson get in there a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if they like that guy for some reason. He had a couple of decent catches.
They were great catches.
But, they need to get him more incorporated, I guess. Something got to happen. Cause,
right.
But like I said, I don't want to harp on their offense because they put up 31. You put up 31, you're supposed to win the game.
And you don't have your dual threat that you come to every game with. Like I said, with CA3 down, that's a lot of, extra stress added onto our offense to have to replace that. And that's a little bit of less stress on somebody's defense knowing that they don't have to cover that little shifty guy.
Right.
So having him down is not helping us at all. But, to still solidify 31 point,
Yeah, still get 31. Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns, had 250 yards passing. He played an efficient game. And he had all the time in the world back there. So it's just unfortunate that the defense just laid the egg the way they did. I'm not letting them off the hook. I'm gonna keep coming back to that. That was the worst defensive performance I think I've ever seen from a Steeler team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because one guy, and don't get me wrong, Chase is nice, but you're not catching 16 on me, man. You might catch 8 or 9, and then you're not catching nothing else because we're not gonna let somebody else is gonna have to beat us.
Right.
And Higgs might have did it, but it ain't gonna be Chase.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's getting locked in.
Like you said, after about the 7th or 8th, we're gonna have to put a little bit of coverage up top to make sure that you ain't catching not one more pass.
You're not catching nothing. We're targeting you now. Higgins is nice enough that he probably would have mitigated all of that, but so what?
You're not doing it.
Yeah, you're not doing it, Chase. You're not catching 16. What did he have? 16 for 161. Come on, man. And then T. Higgins went 6 for 96. So what was the DBs doing? What were they doing? What was the middle linebackers doing? Why dump offs right over the middle every time?
They were so explosive at that point. They didn't know what they were going to run.
Right.
They didn't know if they was going to have Brown run the ball. They didn't know if they was going to pass those little slants or those little small 5 to 8 yard hitches. They didn't know anything that was going on out there. So that defense did not have. I don't think they came into that game with a good game plan.
No,
I just don't.
I don't think they did either.
Because there's no way you can tell me as a defensive coordinator that you're going to allow just that type of bullcrap to carry on.
To just keep going.
Right.
And I noticed that about the team. Like whenever our defense, if they get hit with like a variety of different things early, they're done for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like if they get hit with a couple of good runs early, it seems like then they start overcompensating, and then now the pass opens, and then they start compensating for the pass, and then the run opens back up. They just turn into an open book. Like there's no I don't know, man. Terrell Austin needs to get his stuff together, and if Mike Tomlin is the real defensive coordinator, then he needs to get his stuff together.
Let me ask you this, Wax. When's the last time you heard T.J. Watt's name in a pair of either rush, pass rushes to where incomplete pass?
Last week he did pretty decent.
I'm talking about
like a big
consistently.
Last year, and it was probably the beginning of last year.
I don't know. I'm looking at T.J. Watt's stat. He had no tackles
this week.
He had no tackles and a half a sack. No tackles, one assisted tackle. Like no solo tackles, one assisted tackle and a half a sack.
So that means his pass rush was abysmal and his tackling was abysmal. So he doesn't have any stats to go off of except that half a sack. And a lot of people would say, well, how do you get a half a sack? While you assist someone else to make that sack if you do not know how that happens. But I'll say this. TJ got that bag. And ever since then, he's been quiet.
He's been MIA all year.
Would you feel like if he didn't fulfill the obligations of that contract, he would have to give a little bit of that money back?
No, he's not going to give shit back.
I'm just saying, we paid you. Mm-hmm. So, if you don't fulfill your end of the obligation, can we have a little bit of it back?
Nah, he ain't giving none of it back.
I'm just asking, man. I'm asking for a friend.
You see why I didn't want a long contract.
Right.
I think he'll get it. I think TJ will get it together, but it's been 5 games already.
Is he saving himself? I mean, is he I'm saving myself for marriage?
I don't know.
Is he saving himself for
But he don't even got a girl.
9?
He don't even got a girl now, so it's man, you gonna be dry for a long time.
He should be going ham. Celibate, money driven. I got the bag. I mean, I might not have my girl, but I got the bag. So that's making me focus even more because I'm not out here chasing you.
Right.
So think about it.
So what is he doing? If you know what I mean, because he's not practicing off of the field. You know what I mean. He's not trying to get better or get to where he was at. How we looked at him a couple years ago.
Right.
So what is he doing?
I have no idea.
I know a lot of it is they're game planning for him because he is good. I mean, we all know that he's still T.J. Watt.
He's still T.J. Watt.
But it just seems like he's much easier to game plan to take him out of the game. All you gotta do is send a chip block over there and he's basically done. I don't know. You know what I mean? That wasn't the case 4 or 5 years ago. It didn't matter who they put over there. He was beating 2 or 3 people.
I would agree.
But now it's if you just chip him, or send the guard over there with him, and then worry about everybody else, it's
he's easy to deal with.
Yeah,
I get it.
And that's crazy to be paid that much and to be easy to deal with.
I mean, to be totally honest, I didn't hear much from Cam neither.
Nah. I didn't. I mean, let me see.
That line was getting scraped, man.
That defense, the whole defense, man. Cam had 2 tackles and a half a sack.
It's not like the Steelers don't fulfill their end of the obligation by paying these guys.
No, the Steelers ain't going to just give them money.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to go in there and barter and tell them what you expect to be getting paid and the level you're going to be playing that deserves this payment, but. They ain't just going to give them money, though.
Right.
Name one job it does when you go in there with your list of demands. I don't care if you have an agent, if you got your significant other calling. Well, Johnny feels like he should be making X amount of dollars more. Mm-hmm. They don't care who's doing the negotiation. Like you said, they're going to drag their feet as long as possible. They're a corporation at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. They're an Inc. So anything that has that, they're not just ready to just spend a whole bunch of money that they.
Unless it's the defense, because it seems like now they're like, who wants money?
Right.
Jalen,
But
you're
they-
30-something years old.
I
Slay,
was just
here's
about to
more.
say that they got a regiment. It's
Yeah.
a 35 and up.
Geriatric crew. I'm like, man, this is not working.
But I will say this. I feel like they're good enough to get the job done, and they got a lot of expertise back there. So
So you saying it's the scheme then?
it's the scheme and it's the personnel. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like Ramsey is a great cover guy. I just don't, unless you have him over top playing safety, free safety, letting him roam from side to side.
Right.
At that point, he can, like Wax said, he'll cover that ball. But on those corners, you have to get somebody in there that's going to do better than what we've been seeing these last couple of weeks. You got to move some stuff around, man.
I think he is, but it's just when you got Jamar Chase and you try to have him follow Jamar Chase around, he's not. Like 5 years ago, yeah. Now at 31, he's not that guy anymore. So
Right.
you kind of got to have a scheme that plays to his strengths. And not like his past strengths.
Right, I get you.
You know what I mean?
To
Like
incorporate somebody else if need be.
right, or give him some help. Like he need, you know what I mean? At that age, you need somebody to help you watch Chase. That's not a slight at you. That's just Chase is nice.
Yeah, it's not an easy task.
No.
Like, but
Pack a lunch.
But you can't put him out there on an island by himself and expect him to do something.
like he said, 5 years ago, maybe.
Right.
But now, no. Them 31-year-old knees is probably like, hey, hold on, man.
They singing right
Slow
now.
down right now. Cause me chasing after this dude all day got 16 passes completed on me. Or, however many he caught against Ramsey. Like, we supposed to be having somebody over top and underneath. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I agree.
But like he said at the major point of the game where we needed to stop, he was wide open.
I mean-
he was butt naked.
I mean, wide open.
Here's the thing, though, Wax. If you put him over top, and this is where I would rather him play, because I feel like you can preserve Ramsey a little bit longer if you put him at safety. He don't have to do too much unless you're blitzing him or unless they're throwing a lot of deep threats. But if you put him over top, you can have a little bit more longevity out of him.
Yeah.
But he's a hitter.
Yeah.
He's a hitter. He's a pure hitter. So, like, what are you going to do, Wax?
Keep him over top so he can crash down as soon as they catch the run.
I agree, but there's a lot of ground to cover opposed to if you're on that corner or on that island.
if you have him shadowing the number one receiver, the number one receiver is going to have to worry about two defenders instead of one.
I agree.
So, okay, he beats the first one and catches the rock. He got to be looking around like, where's Ramsey's torpedo
And
coming
that's
from?
what I feel like he should be at safety.
Yeah.
So if they, if it were me and I was a defensive coordinator, that's why I'd tweak. I'd move him to free safety, strong safety if need be.
And me, I don't know. I might keep him at corner, but I just give him help when you play against, especially even if it's just Chase, because everybody else, I think he can handle most players, but
Mono y mono.
yeah, but Jamar Chase is not that guy. Like you have to give him help. Like every team in the league is going to give their cornerback help against Chase. It doesn't matter who they got. You're not guarding that dude one-on-one.
You have to wear him down.
So let me ask you. We can go grades real quick, and then go to next week's game. What grade do you give the offense?
I give him a B plus.
Okay.
I give him a B plus just for the simple fact of what we had. I'm not gonna give him an A plus or an A because we didn't have all of our weapons.
Right, and we lost.
And we lost. That's the biggest factor. But to be in a situation to where you can utilize your weapons like they did, Freiermuth went ham.
Right.
I don't know if we addressed that enough. Hey, move. You did your thing. Move. You did your thing, man. So with that, I'm happy to see that happen. Not to mention, I do feel like he's a great addition. I think DK Metcalf was the best addition we could do, but I just still wish we had Pickens, y'all.
Yeah,
he's down in Dallas jumping over people.
He's having a good year.
And that's what I knew that was going to happen. He got down to Dallas and found God. Like, he's really a real chill receiver right now.
No, he's not.
What, you think he's a accident waiting to happen?
He's
Wax?
still a crash out.
Right.
But, them feeding him the rock and him doing good is going to settle some of that down.
And that's because CeeDee Lamb's out. So, that's why he's doing his thing. So we'll see what happens when CeeDee Lamb gets back and he loses some of those balls. But anyway, what's your grade, Wag? What'd you get the other?
I'd give him a solid B.
Right.
I mean, like I was impressed by how many points they put on the board.
Right.
But like like you said, we still lost.
Right.
And we didn't like I didn't think we controlled the ball like the time really well either. But
time management.
Yeah. But a B, I'd give him a solid B.
Okay. What about you?
I'd probably go with you and go B+. Honestly, I would say like an A, but like when Aaron Rodgers threw that pick really changed the entire trajectory of the game.
It switched the momentum.
Yeah, it did. It really changed everything, and it gave them life, and that's what I didn't want. Like, don't give these dudes life, because every time we give them life, they take it.
Thrive.
What did Coach Al teach us? If you let a
person play with you, they will.
And they showed it. 10-0.
Mm-hmm. It's like the bully getting punched by the weakling, and then the weakling charging up like,
I took all I can stand, and
now I'm about to go in on you.
That's just how that happens.
And they just built off of that, and it was just catch up after that. We was playing catch up after that.
We gave up 17 straight. We was up 10-0 and then was down 17-10, just like that. So I would, like I said, but after that they played a good game, and before that they played a pretty decent game. So I would give them a B+.
That's the ugliest thing I think that you've ever said. That crossed my ears, because now let me put this in a reference to where maybe some of our street cats might understand this. You owed me $10. I was up.
Right.
Not only did I get my ass beat, but now I owe you 17.
Right.
Without even blinking, like, how did I lose? And I owe this man $17. I was up 10. Before everything was said and done, I'm sitting back like, yeah, man, shit's feeling real good. I got my 10 coming my way. And all of a sudden,
now I'm down 17. We're not even anymore.
No.
I owe you
7 extra bucks.
Plus 7, yeah. Like, that feeling sucks. I have not watched any clips on the Steelers since Thursday.
Right.
Like, and I'm going to wait till next week.
So what's y'all's grades on the defense?
You want me to go first?
Please.
Man, I hate doing this, man. I give him a D-, man.
Man, you're generous.
You're
generous.
Because I'm about to give him a fail. I need you out of class immediately. You're going.
Can I explain why?
Good.
And this is just so. And I'm not asking you guys to go off of my opinion, but I feel like
I'm not.
I might be able to break it down a little bit more softly on why I'm giving that D-. For the last 3 years, we've been depending on that defense. The last 3.5 years, we've been depending on that defense to shut shit down, and they have for the most part. They've kept it solid with us. So as a Steeler fan, in true Steeler fashion and tradition, I can't say, okay, what have you done for me lately when you've done all of this shit before? And Steeler fashion on how you normally do it. Okay, we were 4-1 going into that game. Defense had a lot to do with that, because if not, the games would have gotten out of control. Excuse me. So with that being said, I'm not going to, just give it to the defense automatically for that one.
Right. Okay.
Situation.
Now, I have a rebuttal for you.
Go ahead.
They get paid to do that every week.
I
right?
get it.
Every week. They're getting paid the most in the NFL to do that every week.
I get it.
So how do you let a team that's one of the worst in your division, second worst in your division, drop bombs on you? How many pass yards did we have against us? Like, how many pass yards?
347.
328.
How many rush yards?
142.
Almost 450 yards?
470 total yards.
Okay. So 500 yards.
Down there 500
You
yards.
gave up 500 yards against a mediocre team, a terrible team. We'll just say terrible, because they don't even got the starting quarterback.
Right.
So that right there, I'm going to give them an F off of that alone. And it's a division rival. And if we would have went we would have beat them, we'd have been up in our division by how many games?
Yeah. That could have sealed the division.
We're still leading the division.
Yeah,
by one game.
But like the momentum that we had is kind of fleeting now.
I mean, it happens, fellas. That's what they call a setback, and it goes. A setback is the greatest excuse for a comeback, fellas. Y'all all know that.
But are we capable of having a comeback?
I know we are.
I mean, we haven't proved it in years. We have not proved it in years.
You don't see that right there?
Yeah, I
It's
see.
right there. It's a window.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. That's by all means.
Don't you go at that window? Like,
No, let him go.
Don't you take one more step?
All I gotta say is don't make me jump.
All right.
That's all I gotta say, because y'all know I'll do it.
Okay.
I will jump out the window for the rest of the damn season and say, well, that was our last loss. I ain't said it, Wax, but y'all at home know that I'll do it because I'm feeling it right now, Wax. I'm feeling it because it's almost time.
All right.
It's almost time to wheel and deal.
All right.
What do you give them, dude?
I'm giving them an F or a shit, man. If I could give them an F minus,
Wow.
if I could give them an ISS, they need suspended.
That's what I'm saying.
They need a paddled. They need to go back to corporal punishment because these dudes, I've never seen that bad of a defensive performance from a Steeler. And I'm saying, coming from where you're saying, like, I hold them to that standard. I'm not giving them that. Like you come from a great line of defenses and
a
lineage of 40 years of great defenses, and you come out and do that on a game that we kind of need because the schedule's getting harder, and we needed that win. And then you come out there and lay that egg.
There's a curtain named after that defense.
Exactly, and we look like aluminum foil.
Right.
We look like paper mache.
Yeah, we're not even metallic anymore.
There's not a glow to it.
Felt.
It's flat.
Right.
It's a flat look
Right.
to it.
I swear, this happens every time we win a big game and we look like we're ready to go. Like, it happens every time.
We get high off the illusion of winning.
True.
So,
True, but that's not good. That is not good at all.
I'm not saying it is.
Because, like, I didn't mean to cut you off again. I'm sorry.
No, you're all right.
But, like, every time they start talking about the Steelers, oh, we look serious. Oh, we're going to make it in. Like, we start playing like crap.
We do.
Every time. I don't want them to say a word about us just because, like, at the beginning of, or the end of last year, where did they predict us to be? Terrible.
Yeah, they did.
No, we're not going to make the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. Keep that same energy because then we play to prove them wrong and we actually do right. But stop talking about us. Let us play and then we'll talk at the end of the year.
They're not going to stop talking about us.
You're right. But that's, or we should stop feeling ourselves after we get it done.
Stop listening to them.
Stay humble.
Right. Stay hungry.
Mm-hmm.
That's even better.
It seemed like they was full out there. They was like, y'all had Thanksgiving already? It ain't. We got a month to go. Y'all over here stuffed. Like, I don't know.
Eating hella
Go ahead, Chase.
Yeah. Like eating hella gobbleritos.
Like, go ahead, Chase. Like, you're good, man. I can't even move. I'm about to.
You want the rest of that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm about to go take a nap.
And it's only October.
Right.
It ain't even November yet.
That's how y'all feeling?
Mm-hmm.
So,
you boys was sluggish.
Well, listen. Enough about the past, fellas, because y'all know after tomorrow being Monday, the following Sunday, we got Green Bay, baby. Green Bay Packers, and they always come to play. They do. They just do that. The last time we had a solidified team, we met those boys in the Super Bowl. So I still got a bad taste in my mouth from back then. Anytime Green Bay is in the building, I'm ready to,
I'm sure Aaron got a little. He wants his little get back.
I was gonna say, like, this is another payback game for Aaron, right? Because like he already marked the Jets off of his list. Now let's go back and do it with Green Bay.
Right. I think Green Bay deserves it a little bit more than the Jets because he was there
for sure. And I got news for you, man. This is where our schedule gets tough, man. Yeah. Like, it's not no cakewalk anymore.
No.
Like, we got some teams after that, but we have to prepare for this one first.
Right. We got to get through Green Bay first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's y'all's take on Green Bay? Like Jordan Love?
Oh man, they got a squad, man. I mean, them boys. Go back up, dude.
I say Jordan Love.
I mean, they got a squad, bro. But I mean, you gotta understand. Green Bay is 3-1.
And 3-1-1. They tied with the Cowboys.
Are they losing now, or is that?
Yeah, they're losing now.
They're
but
losing now to the Cardinals.
Ain't no telling if they're going to be 3-2.
Right.
So
right. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they go on a slide and we're the second team to contribute to that.
Right.
But like I don't, I feel like if we shut Love down and what's their one receiver that's real nice, and they got a tight end that's kind of decent
too. Golden Daubs, Dobbs, whatever his name is, Fitzpatrick. They got a decent little team. Josh Jacobs can run the ball pretty good. So, but it's going to be a test on the defense again.
It is.
So we got to go out there and play ball.
It's on the I keep saying it's on the defense this year because I already can see that Aaron Rodgers is a competent quarterback. He might not be perfect. He's not the Aaron Rodgers of old, but he's competent enough to get you 20 to 25 a game.
Yeah.
We just need the defense to hold.
Well, being that you said that, I'm gonna ask you first, Wax. It's prediction time.
Mm-hmm.
What you think the score is going to be?
Well, I'm always terrible with the score. But I'm going to say 27-24 us at home.
Nice.
And, like, it's not going to be really a shootout. It's going to be pretty much scored after the second half. And, our defense is going to actually show up a little bit, hold them a little bit, and then we're going to win the game off of a defensive play.
Nice. Dude.
All right, I'll probably go 24-23. I think we win by a point. I think it's going to be a barn burner, at the end of the game, but I think we pull it out with a field goal. Ball, shout out Boss.
Yeah, we also got to fix our field up too.
Oh,
man.
that was a travesty.
What in the world is Pitt tearing it up, or like
I don't
they
know.
just not maintenance the field like
I think they resodded it right after that game, but they should have did it before the game. Like, what you going? Well, why would you put players out there in that? You saw it was ugly the week before. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but they got to fix that up. That was you probably got a couple people hurt because of that.
Yeah,
you could have if they didn't get hurt. They probably could have.
My beloved kicker hurt. I would have lost my mind because
he could have on that kick. He could have hurt himself.
Saying. I mean, he added a little mustard to it by falling over, but like just to get his point across.
Right.
But he was going to ice that field goal, and he missed because the field was all crappy. But I don't know, man. They messed his percentage up too with that mess.
I don't even put that on him.
Me neither.
Because Boss is the MVP right now.
He really is, man. Boss for president, because that's a whole nother story. Never mind. But Boss for president.
Go ahead. What's your prediction?
You jumping out the window?
You damn right I'm jumping out of that motherfucker, man.
Right.
I had to wait to cuss because they try to censor us in the beginning, so I'm trying to outsmart YouTube. Hell yeah, I'm jumping out that window, Wax.
I feel you.
I'm calling that shit like I see it. 24-17. Us. Let's go. With that being said, fellas.
Don't try to snap and then be all calm and reserved after. Keep snapping. Keep going in. No, you jumped out the window. You ain't hit the ground yet.
Oh, man, I did hit the ground, but I got my extra set of ankles on.
All right,
so now I got 4 ankles in each foot.
Okay.
With that being said, Uwe, all good things must come to an end. The beauty of this is we'll be back next week with that Steelers victory just the fucking way I called it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that I'm right 9 times out of 10. The other 1% is these two. So it's still Libra season. It's still Libra season. So all you Libras, shout out. I had a birthday a couple of weeks ago.
Facts.
But with that being said, to all you other mofos out there that got birthdays, a lot of love. Keep rising above. Keep taking that extra, putting it with ordinary, and make yourself extraordinary. Yeah. With that being said,
cancer season coming soon.
Throw them seeds up.
Yeah, cancer season coming soon.
Dang, man, I couldn't even end on that.
Nah, go ahead.
Well, either way, man, peace.